Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and here I am continuing on doing this wax removal job. Anyway, you can see I've done this section right here. You can see there where I stopped. So that's done, and I've rinsed it, used the Rotowash. It actually worked really well, and was able to pick up the wax pretty effectively, I think. And I've done this section over here. And so I'm about to start over here, but actually I have to rinse this area right here first. One more rinse is what I was going to do here, so we'll do that. We'll do this, and then we'll continue on. So let's do it. The Rotowash actually seems to work very well, and it's actually surprisingly nimble, actually. The multi-wash is the same thing, basically, a little bit smaller, and I have that. And I would have used it, I think, but I've got some parts on order. The little wheels that it rides on are broken. I had to replace some of the wheels, those little wheels. This one is working just fine. It's a little bigger, and it weighs about 70 pounds, so it's not quite as convenient, but it's a good. I really had in mind this was going to be something I'd use for the larger wood cleaning jobs that I came across, but it's fine. Not so easily transported around, but I do have the dolly for it. And by the way, once you go over the floor with this thing, it leaves the floor pretty much dry. Okay, so I'll let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm going to move the couches back, and I'll continue on doing my thing. I'll have to move those couches out when I do the actual buffing step, the deep clean. I'm just rinsing with this right now, so the last step will be cleaning and buffing, but now we're going to do the kitchen area. And I did put some tape along the front of this stainless steel and on here because there's stainless steel as well. Not a good idea to get your wax remover onto stainless steel. It doesn't like it. You can mark it up, so you want to be careful. That's the thing about whatever you're doing. You've got to be careful what you're doing. Just if someone tells you go ahead and do such and such, well, make sure you understand the potential problems before you have one of those problems arise, and you're going, well, why didn't I know that? And I think that's the key to doing these sort of things, is just because you see somebody on YouTube doing it doesn't mean that you should just throw yourself into it. Make sure you understand the pros and the cons, because there's always You know, there's always someone out there saying, yeah, go ahead, it's easy to do, and anybody can do it. Well, actually, that's not always the case. You do need to use your noggin. I think I've said that before. So this is gonna get under. I just want to make sure I get this under there pretty well. I probably have to use the Oric underneath there, maybe. I'd probably what do they call those, natural fiber brush for the Oric for these scenarios. So I'm just gonna work it in, making sure I've got the wax remover evenly covering everything. It looks like I'm going to have to wipe down some baseboards a little bit. But that's okay. All part of the job. And I can see there's wax right there on that corner there. Now you can use it, of course you can use an OP machine. I could have used the Oric on this, but actually I used the Oric in here when I was using, I think I'll go in there a little bit. I already did this. It looks wonderful, but I'm just going to do this entryway again because they've been walking on it and everything. So over the last couple of weeks, so make sure we go over that a little bit. Okay, so we'll scrub this section. So I'm kind of doing it section by section, obviously. But that's looking, I mean, I haven't even done the finishing step on there yet, and it's already looking pretty amazing. You can see the difference where I stopped. Huh. Getting myself tangled up here. Alrighty. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Kitchens will typically have more soil. Obviously, more things get dropped onto the floor and grease, etc., gets splattered, and so this will probably go a few shades lighter, I guess. I'll be having to get down my hands and knees there, it looks like, into that corner. That's not a problem. And right under the edge of the fridge, which, by the way, you don't move out. Don't mess with the fridge or the stove. Don't do that. Oh yeah, look at the dirt coming off of there. So you can see this is a much more time-consuming job than if you were doing carpets, and that's one of the things you got to bear in mind. If you like to do things quickly, don't do this, because there's no shortcuts here. This is about taking your time and doing it right. And that was one of the major hesitation I had about doing it. I said, okay, if I'm going to do wood floor cleaning and removal of wax and all that, I've got to be prepared to spend a lot more time doing any one of these jobs. Do I really want to do that? And in the end, I decided, obviously, that I would, but that's one of the things you have to bear in mind. You got to count the cost, and the cost is more time. Oh yeah, you can see where I stopped over there. See? That's quite astonishing, actually. Okay, we're going to work our way back. Actually, one of the things I want to do is I want to turn around. And I want to put the right side of the machine up against, because the right side hangs out slightly more because of the way the motor sits on this machine. So this will go underneath the toe kick a little bit better. We'll just do a go over here again. It's definitely lifting the wax off. Okay, that's gonna go back to the beginning here. And this little tool here, it's actually a deck brush. That works really well. It has a squeegee. plastic. Yeah. Okay, it works well, but it's kind of a piece of junk. Oh yeah, over here. I have to get down there, and I've got a brush. I'll do it with that, but we'll do that when I do the detailing. I bent my pole. Just a cheap broom handle. Anyway, okay, so we'll, I guess we'll do the lifting here, and then we'll take a look at what we got. So it's lifting it up pretty well, I think. The emulsified, liquefied wax gets picked up pretty well by the Rotowash. Is definitely looking quite a bit lighter already. I will be doing another application of the wax remover and the scrubbing on this, but it's definitely looking a lot better. you can see, if you look down there, you can see where the wax is there in the dining room, where it's much more sort of shiny and plasticky looking. And this is the wax is mostly removed here. I'll be doing another application of the remover and scrubbing, but mostly it's gone now. It makes quite a tremendous difference the way the floor looks. The floor looked fake before. Well, it looked like it was plastic, because basically it was plastic. Actually. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to apply over here again. And I'm just going to move this out of the way because I want to spray this area too. So I'm charging $2 a square foot for this, by the way, which is you know, you might think, well, that's a lot of money, but actually when you think about how much time this really takes, we'll be needing that in a sec, and the equipment involved here, it's not, and the other thing is that this is all I'm doing today. And what I'm doing today, this dollar amount, is about 670 square feet, by the way, is what I would typically do carpet cleaning. But you can see that this is rather time consuming and fiddly. But it just gives you another source, I guess, for income. And although, you know, you can do wood floor cleaning and not actually do wood or do wax removal if you don't want to, I guess. I've actually turned down a few over the last year. I just wasn't, a couple of them were just more than I wanted to take on. They were just too big. This was small enough. I thought, yeah, this is a good one to kind of slippery. You got to choose your battles, you know. They can feel it dissolving it already. The pad is actually sort of sticking on the floor. It works pretty well. Okay. Yeah, look at the mud coming off of there. Wow. boy. You can see the floor lightening up as I go over it. That's pretty cool. Okay, we'll go over this area one more time. I'm still getting some more up, I can see it. Yeah, I've got a brush for doing that under the edge of the fridge there. So I'll be able to get into there. I haven't forgotten. Got a bit of a splatter on that baseboard, so I'll go around after and I'll wipe all the baseboards down, making sure if there was any splatter anywhere, that'll be dealt with. That's all the details. It takes time too, you know, and you have to bear that in mind. See, there's some right up against the edge of the wall over there, which I can't get with the rotary. That's fine, I'm going to do it by hand. Work our way back down, making sure we get lots of agitation, trying to be as even as I can, making sure I'm not missing anything, don't sort of move in random motion. Not too exciting, I guess, but yeah, you're thinking all the time when you're doing this, watching the floor. Alright, we'll go over this area again. This is looking a little bit dry. Now, I'm using the Rotowash to do the extraction. You can use you could have a portable and a squeegee, and as far as rinsing, you can do that with you know, you can have a squeegee with a spray and do it that way, a light spray. Overdo it just to rinse it. You could, I suppose, you could do it with pads alone, but I think that would be a lot more. That would definitely take more time, and you go through a lot of pads. So probably not the best idea. I don't think. Okay, we'll park it over here. And we'll do the extraction and rinse step. Pulling it up wonderfully. Look at that. The floor looks quite a bit different without the wax on it. Very nice floor. So I guess I'll let you go. I don't want to run out of battery here because I do have a couple more videos. I think I want to show the finishing step on this, so I don't want to run out of battery. So I'll let you go. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.